The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 260 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Standard Edition 2019 Cardistry-Con playing cards in the green colorway from Art of Play. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. We have the 2019 Cardistry-Con playing cards in a matte green tuck box, as you can see here. It's more like a lighter-ish kind of green for the main part of the talk box, but then you can see there's cardistry kind of engraved or debossed into the talk box, so you can feel the texture of those letters, and it's in more of a darker kind of contrast, so you can see the letters there. On the side, the cardistry just kind of like wraps around the back of the talk box. And on the other side, it just says playing cards. It's also embossed. And on the front of the talk box, you can kind of see a little bit of red, so we'll get to that here in a minute. And on the bottom, you got the Art of Play logo, and it says printed by the United States Playing Card Company, distributed by Art of Play, made in the USA. Now for the back, you just got that pattern that just wraps around. And then for that seal, it's a long red, a long red rectangle style seal. So it's a rectangle style seal. And it starts on the back, like halfway down, and wraps all the way up and onto the front, which you saw just a minute ago. It kind of wrapped around, and it says Cardistry-Con on it. And the letters are embossed, so you can feel like the texture of those letters. On the top, it's just that green colorway. On the inner tuck flap, it says 2019. And then on the inner tuck flaps, you got CC for Cardistry-Con. And if we take the cards out of the box, let me just do that for a minute. On the inside of the tuck box, it's kind of hard to see, but it's just the green colorway, same as the outside of the tuck box. No, nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design. Here we have a one-way back design with the standard white border going around. And it is a green and black and white colored back design. It's mainly a black background with the white and the green on top. And it's kind of like half circles kind of design there. You got a bunch of like half circles, making this kind of like line down the middle there, like that kind of little trippy line. There's one-way back design, so we flip it over, like the bigger white would be on this side, and the little would be on this side. So we would just flip it over, so the pattern would be in different directions. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Now let me just move those back for a minute. And here's the first kind of like, it's not really Joker in the deck, but here's the first little card. It says everything you need to know about cardistry is in this deck, but everything is crossed out, so all it says is cardistry. And then on the back it's just the same. And then for the second card it says cards come from paper, paper comes from trees, cardistry, and the little red dot. Same thing, just the back one. Now for that custom Ace of Spades, you kind of got like, like the normal, it's like a normal spade on the bottom, but then it has the cardistry little logo there in the red rectangle. And then it kind of like shapes off at the end. There's not just one point, there are like 2 points to it now. To the Cardistry-Con logo there. You got the 2 points. And then at the bottom it says Portland, Oregon, July 21st of 2019. There. And it says Portland, Oregon because that's where Cardistry-Con took place in 2019. And then for the rest of the cards, they're just a standard deck. There's nothing too crazy, so I'll just go through this because we've seen this a million times already. But then the quick cards are slightly different, so I'll stop and show you those. They're the standard quick cards that we all know. Instead of them being outlined in black, they're outlined in green because the back design is the green colorway. So if you zoom in a little bit, you can see that they're outlined in the green colorway instead of like that black colorway. They have a little bit of green border going around as well. And that's like the only little custom thing about the faces, other than like the ace of spades. And then the diamonds are just standard diamonds. And then the court cards are outlined in that green colorway once again. Same thing for the clubs. Standard court cards just outlined in that green colorway, so they have a little bit of green added to them. And then the clubs are just standard clubs. And then same for the hearts. Standard hearts, just a little bit of green on the court cards there. And then the hearts are just standard hearts. And the last two cards you kind of saw me moving around here a little bit. The first card is an official sponsors of Cardistry-Con, so people like to sponsor it. So Bicycle sponsored, Joker and the Thieves, Make Playing Cards, Bacopo, obviously Art of Playing. You got Anyone Worldwide, Fontaine, Touch. I think that might be. Oh, I had it. Cardamundi maybe? I'm not entirely sure. And then you got Orbit and My Turn. And then on the back, you got a borderless design. So here's the border design, like the standard design, and then you got a borderless edition card there. And then you got another card that says printed by the United States Playing Card Company with hearts or love. And then it's another borderless card there. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the back design. Wrong thing. First we'll start with the springs. And these are made for cardistry, so you know they're not going to be like super stiff. And I gotta pick up that one card that I always drop in every deck review. Yeah, so when I spring these, I got a nice flex to it. Because for cardistry, you're not going to want super stiff cards, because you want them to already feel broken in, so they're easy to use. So they spring pretty nice, they got a nice flex, and they're pretty smooth, and pretty slippery. So not much to say about the springs, they're pretty nice. Not much to say there, pretty good. Now for the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumpiness to those cards. Now on to the Pharaoh. Got a pretty decent Pharaoh there. They catch a little bit, but not too bad. And they interlock away pretty flawlessly there. Now for the giant fan of that back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. And they interlocked away a lot more smoothly. And they interlocked away flawlessly. Now time for a giant fan of the faces. And this is the part of the video where the backside will get mixed up. So time for the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. Well, the wiffle shuffles and bridge shuffles are decent. There's nothing like too crazy to talk about. They're okay. You have to slightly break them in a little bit to get them to like feel nice and smooth, because they don't feel as smoothest every single time. Like, that just could be me, like user error, and the way they pack it, like cut them in half. But they still riffle and bridge shuffle decently. So they do work, so not much to say there. Now on to the pack of cuts. The thing that the deck's made for. So a little bit of cardistry. If my hands will even let me, because the cards just want to slide out of my hands. I can't even like pick these up without them wanting to slide everywhere. I'll try my best to not drop these. What I gotta say, the pack cuts so far feel nice and smooth. Now here's the wheel test doing the worm. Because half the time they just want to slide, and I already can feel them wanting to slide. It kind of worked. So overall, pretty decent pack of cuts, other than like, my fingers just want the cards to slide out of my hands. Pretty decent and pretty average pack of cuts. Now time for the one-handed cut or Australia cut. And now time for the dribble. A little bit more grip when you flip them upside down. But I can definitely control them more. The other way, I just wanted to slide in my hands. What's not bad. Pretty good dribbles. Pretty smooth, and I just dropped half the cards. But anyways, I guess I'll pick those up. Okay, now that I picked up those, now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, this is a pretty fun and interesting, like, designed cardistry deck. Got that nice, intricate, kind of like slightly intricate back design. It's mostly just a bunch of like half circles, like the colors are kind of like back and forth, like swapped back and forth, and it makes that kind of weird, like trippy line there in the middle, which looks pretty interesting. At first, when I first seen these, I didn't really like care for the back design, but it grew on me, so I kind of like it a little bit more and more now, and over the years. A pretty interesting back design, which I like. And there was another like a colorway of this. There's like an orange color that I do not have. So maybe one day I'll get those and review those and compare them one day. And then for the faces, there's nothing really too custom about it. The only custom like card here, I don't know where it's mixed in here somewhere. It's just the Ace of Spades. I don't know. Somewheres I don't see it. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, here's the only custom card. Pretty much is the Ace of Spades. Then you got the core cards, which have a little bit of green added to them. And then swapped out the black outlines for the green outline. So, well, a pretty simplistic kind of design to the deck. Nothing too crazy going on. Then for the handling, you just saw, which is pretty smooth. So everything's nice. Nothing wrong with that. So in every aspect is pretty smooth. And they like spread pretty evenly and stuff. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 260 of your daily deck review. This has been the 2019 Cardistry-Con Standard Edition playing cards in the green colorway from Art of Play. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.